Hello, friends of Golf Course Quality Fertilizer. Well, man, I have gotten a lot of calls recently. I talked about how the grub's going to be bad this year, and I've gotten call after call of what seems to be grub damage. We'll see what happens, but here's a circumstance where the turf is doing fairly well. There's some dry spots in here. Everybody's struggling with good irrigation, but at night, something's coming in and digging holes in the yard and all kinds of spots. So we're going to come and check out and see what we're finding. What are these guys digging after? Oh man, when the turf peels up easy, that's always a bad sign. I'm seeing little C-shaped spots in here. Oh yeah, you got grubs. So there's definitely, they do a good job picking them out of here and eating them, but she definitely has grubs. She normally does do a grub control, but she didn't do it this year. And so, boom. I mean, we got grubs going everywhere. Now, the nice thing is she called me early enough, and these skunks actually gave her a little warning. Hey, something's going on before the grubs start actually killing the grass themselves. And so whenever you're in this situation like this, where you're getting grub damage, and it gets worse, there's like little patches, right? Here's another little patch. It's never uniform across the lawn. It's always in little sections, right? So here's a spot that looks a little dry. Nope, not pulling up, not grubs, right? That's the irrigation problem. There was a little digging over there. Oh, that's just a microphone. There's so many bugs going on. I'm freaking out about everything. This spot's real dry. It normally is dry. Actually, no grubs in this scenario here. This is another just dry spot. So that's kind of how you figure out where they're at. Now here's a spot where it's kind of like, look, it's a little speckled. Maybe they're digging in here. Oh, yep. They're digging. When it starts peeling up or easy, typically means, yep, there's another grub, right? So, you know, when you get in this situation where you know you have grubs now, you're going to have to uptick your watering. I mean, maybe even every day, because they chew up those roots and make them real solid or really shallow, because they'll eat them all the way up to the crown of the plant. So you're going to have to water every day in order to keep up with it, and then get a post killer for grubs. It can't just be Grub-X. That doesn't take care of these mature grubs. You have to get something like Dilox or something that's going to kill a mature grub. So look for how it kills mature grubs. We're going to look at another spot. It probably is more grub damage, and this one actually put a grub control down. So we'll talk about that here in a minute. All right, friends. Well, we're at our second lawn, and this customer actually applied the grub control around the 4th of July. And so he has grubs going on as well, even though he had put down a grub control. Now, reason why is because right after the 4th of July, so if you got yours down a little later, like after the 9th of July, that's when we had that 4.5 inches of rain. And on the 4th, I think we got 1.5 inches. So we got a lot of rain right in that period. So if you were right around the 4th of July time, there's a chance you could have a little bit of breakthrough. Now, this is not widespread like that last lawn. This is one isolated spot. There's a couple other spots that look skeptical. There might be a little bit of armyworms going on, but pay attention this year, even if you use the grub control, especially if you applied before July 9th. You might get some grub breakthrough in little corner spots and things like that. So, all right. Hey, I told you this year's going to be bad with grubs and stuff. So hang on to your hats. Maybe we'll have armyworms next. Let's hope not. Thanks for listening.